Hey true believers, ENGLENTINE here with another weekly countdown of the top 10 comic books sold to customers. Yeah, these are the ones that are leaving the shops. Comicron's important, but it tells you what the shops are ordering, not what the customers are leaving with. This is it. This one is what's going to tell you that. After we do the floppies, we're going to head on over to Comixology and see what people are buying digitally. Before we do that, though, I want to tell you about a new show we're doing here called Comic Book Thunderdome every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It's basically we get a couple of geeks together and we argue about the things that geeks argue about. Comic books, sci-fi, movies, all sorts of stuff. It is tons of fun. We've done 6 rounds so far. Last week was me and my brother, and it's a lot of fun. So check us out then. Don't forget also to go on over to Patreon, drop $1 until links in the description below. Now, every week we give a little shout out to all of the shops that are involved in this. So if you're in any of these areas, please by all means stop by, say hi, spend a little money on them, and, you know, make them feel good. Why not? I mean, not like that. Just buy a comic book. That's all I'm saying, you know? Come on, don't read too much into it. And now, without further ado, here's the top 10 floppy comics sold to customers. Starting the countdown off, we have Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 40 at number 10. Doctor Strange, 387 I think it is number 9. Great freaking cover. Love this cover. New Mutants Dead Souls number 1 comes in at number 8. Somebody other than me bought this. Surprising. Chip Zdarsky makes his first appearance in the countdown with Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man. The Flash number 42 speeds into number 6. And Chip Zdarsky makes his second appearance, Marvel 2-in-1, number 4 at number 5. Good to see quality in the countdown, Mr. Miracle number 7 is at number 4. And then there's the Avengers, 684, No Surrender Chapter 10 at number 3. Gearing up for the big one, $9.99 of Action Comics makes it to number 2. And shock surprise, the Batman book this week, Detective 976, makes it to number 1. As much as I joke about it, even the Avengers is improving. The storyline has gotten a little bit better. Actually, the only thing that I would say is undeserving to be in the top 10 is the New Mutants. That book was just flatlined as soon as it came on. Everything else I think is kind of strong. A point of interest that it's 5-5 in the countdown. Now, of course, DC owns the top half with Marvel taking the bottom half, and DC, of course, owns the top 2. But it is interesting. Let's see what the stores have to say about the countdown. Alrighty, now the first guy starts off talking about the fact that he's not in spring break usually, but hey, here he is. Okay, biggest surprise this week is Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, 40 selling out on a Wednesday. People are really liking the GLC versus Zod storyline. Sales on new issues were slow thanks to spring break. Hopefully, of course, that is the reason. Back issues seen a big boost with people from out of town checking us out. People are expressing their disappointments with the titles renumbering again from Amazing Spider-Man to Superman. People are not happy with having another first issue rolling out for the titles. Neither are we, dudes. And really, DC, a reprint comic from decades ago for the Krypton TV show, I am glad to hand out freebies, but the characters look nothing like what the TV show has been teasing. A reprint of a Brainiac story would have worked better, such as him capturing Kandor. Glad to see some up-and-coming cross-promotion between the show and the comics, though. Not a lot of pertinent information there, but I can say I do agree. I don't want another renumbering. You know, it's just done. But then again, maybe that's the sign of the times. I don't know. You know, sometimes I do wonder how much of this is really bad and how much is it just that I'm an old man. I'm like, I don't want the change, but seriously, stop with the number 1s already. What it does is it makes it seem like this series isn't going to last, so why bother? Few surprises this time around. Tom King's Mr. Miracle returns and doubles the sales of the second-ranking Detective Comics. Marvel was smart to lock down Chip Zdarsky. He's got 2 books in our top 10 this week. I really hope they give him Fantastic Four when it comes back, presuming he wants it. He earned it, and presuming they actually bring it back. I'm hoping that's where the Marvel 2-in-1 is leading to. I think we all do, but I guess we will see. The famous Faces and Funnies entry. They do write a lot about it. I gotta say, they usually are the more informative of the entries. Anyway, DC has managed to take back the top spots in the FFF Top 10 this week. Action Comics sold out and was our #1 seller, followed closely by Detectives at #2 and Mr. Miracle at #4. Action Comics has been a pretty steady seller since the Rebirth relaunch, but this is the best it's sold in a while. I'm sure the fact that it's one issue away from 1,000 is the reason. We had people come in on Friday asking for it, when they haven't been following the series at all before. We've also seen a pretty big spike in interest in issue 1000, as we've had several people ask for every cover of the Decade variants. For the rest of the top 10, Avengers was our #3 seller, just one copy behind Detective Comics. I'm still amazed Marvel has managed to pull off a weekly book for 10 weeks, and that it's still selling so high despite the issue being $4.99. Whatever gets people into the stores and gets them excited. I'm wondering how many people are interested in the book to read and how many people are thinking that this is going to be another Death of Superman, make him $1 million kind of thing. You never know. Speculators have been sniffing around these days thanks to the whole Red Goblin fiasco over at Marvel. For the rest of Marvel, Star Wars is still a strong seller, and both Darth Vader and Thrawn were in the back half of the top 10. Both are popular characters in a popular franchise, and I don't see them ever not being in the top 10. Marvel 2-in-1 and Doctor Strange also sold well enough to make it into the top 10. They're both books that have names that move the needle behind them. Cates and Zdarsky are two of the too few big names Marvel's got right now. They bring their fans to just about anything they work on. I made a whole video about Chip Zdarsky getting to do whatever he wants with whoever he wants at Marvel, character-wise. So go on over, check it out. Basically, that's the title. Chip Zdarsky gets to do whatever he wants with whoever he wants at Marvel Comics. So, yeah, enjoy that too. On the indie side, Walking Dead 177 was our 12th bestseller this week on its second week. Between being a hugely popular series and the Sienkiewicz variants they've been putting out, I foresee a whole lot more of these multi-weekly selling issues. Vampironica was the only other indie book to make the top 20 at #13. Afterlife with Archie and Chilling Adventures of Sabrina were both insanely popular and different. Jughead the Hunger sells well, but not stellar numbers. Hopefully Vampironica can fill the void left by Afterlife, since it seems like it and Sabrina have gone on a permanent hiatus. I can't believe I missed Vampironica. I gotta go back to the shop. Oh my gosh. That is something, because I love these Archie horror books. I really do. They are all good. Chilling is the Sabrina one's excellent. I mean, I'd really recommend these things. So yeah, I'm interested in that one. Wow. Okay, gotta get back to the shop. Also, I recommend Infidel and Come Into Me, which both had #1 issues this week. Those were both strong independent comics. Bendis is coming. Ew. Yeah, that's personal. That's possibly one reason Action has secured top spot this week. Everything was basically what I thought it would be, and after reading Infidel, I was not surprised at all that we nearly sold out. Yeah, see, once again, told you. Yeah, it is a pretty good issue. It's not incredible, mind you, but it's definitely worth a try. However, at this point, I would almost say wait for the trade paperback, because the way it seemed was it was good, but there were elements that were just kind of out there. Anyway, I put out a whole video. You should check it out. And here's the guy that likes to talk about the weather a lot. Another slow, rainy week, but that didn't stop two great new series from making our top 10. Eternity Girl by Mags Visaggio, and Sonny Liu and Matthew Rosenberg's and Adam Gorham's New Mutants Dead Souls. Well, I would say they're both okay. Eternity Girl is not bad, and Mutant Souls at best is bad. And now we have a horse race. DC takes 6 of the top 10 slots, Marvel takes 4, but if we extend the list to the top 20, Marvel takes 11 and DC takes 9. Marvel's emphasis on strong stories, quality creative teams, and iconic heroes is bringing back readers. And that's good news for the whole comic market. So there you go, gang, and it's true, we are getting a mixed bag again. It seems like we've got both of the big two putting their best foot forward, and that is good. That's good for the comic book market. It can't be anything but. With the excitement of Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, hopefully some of those people will come back into the shops as well. And I would think if you were to want to open a comic book shop, you would have to find a place near a movie theater. That would just seem like the best place to go to open up a comic book shop would be near a movie theater. So maybe you could get a cross promotion with them at some point. And at the very least, people coming out of the movies could then go and check out the stuff you have in your shop. Maybe it would work. I don't know. I'm not a businessman. Otherwise, I wouldn't be on YouTube, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on over to Comixology and see how they're doing in the digital sales. Remember, 5 to 5 on the floppies. Hal Jordan number 40 starts the countdown off at number 10. In the number 9 slot, we've got Wonder Woman number 42. Number 8 is Titans number 21. And in the lucky number 7 spot, Avengers, what is it, 684? The Always Present Injustice 2, Chapter 49, is at number 6. The Flash number 42 speeds into the 5th spot, digitally. Action Comics 999 gets to number 4. At number 3, Star Wars finally makes its presence known with Darth Vader. The number 1 floppy takes the runner-up spot digitally. At number 2, we have Detective Comics 976. And at number 1, Mr. Miracle number 7. What a cover this is. This is such a beautiful cover. It's kind of cool when there's different titles. You know, Darth Vader, Titans. Titans shows up in the digital top 10 a lot. Yet never shows up on the floppy. And Aquaman, where is... I know Aquaman wasn't released this week, but I'm still going to sing the praises. Anyway, we are now 8-2 in DC's favor. But watch how quickly it can turn. Marvel 2-in-1, number 4, number 11. Number 12 is X-Men Blue, number 23. And guess what is at number 13? Astonishing X-Men, number 9, grabs number 13. Number 14, is that a Marvel? Oh my goodness gracious, look at that. It's Doctor Strange. Could possibly number 15 be a Marvel? And yes, it is. All New Wolverine, number 32. And just like that, the score goes from 8-2 to 8-7. This is cool. DC doesn't like it, and with Red Hood and the Outlaws number 20, it goes 9-7 in DC's favor. But Thrawn has something to say about that. With his second issue at number 17, it is now 9-8. And DC closes the door on any chance of Marvel winning. They can only tie now. Trinity number 19 takes the 18 spot. That's 10 for DC, 8 for Marvel. Marvel can only tie now. And they have to get both of the next two to do it. The almost unreadable New Mutants Dead Souls number 1 comes in at number 19, making it 9-10 in DC's favor. And what would you know, it's a tie because Old Man Logan number 36 takes the 20 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a President set. This is actually, a little bit of a record breaker here. This is the first time that we have had a double tie. We've had Marvel win the floppies, and or we had a tie in the floppies or a tie in the in Comixology before, but never both. 10-10 in the digital, and 5-5 in the top 10 floppies. And what's kind of funny is Marvel took the back half of both, and DC owned the first half. So they're knocking on the door, but DC is not letting them in. Full disclosure, Old Man Logan, the 20th top sold regular issue, was actually 96. Marvel had some sort of sale on Comixology, so a lot of the places were taken by trade paperbacks. And number 1 was The Vision, The Complete Vision by Tom King. And hey, that just shows people have class. Number 2 was Secret Empire, which means they've also got toilets. So, take that however you may. And this is a countdown of the individual issues, so I wasn't interested in doing a countdown of the trade paperbacks. If you wonder that, or if any comments come that way, that's why I did it this way. Just interested in the new issues. But that's just my opinion on the whole kit and caboodle. What is yours? What do you think about the countdown list? What do you think is on there that shouldn't be? What do you think the people aren't buying or didn't buy this week that they should have? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like videos like this, just click like, share to get the word out about the channel, of course. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't done it already. And if you have, and you just so happen to have stumbled across this video, check to make sure you're subscribed as well, because YouTube's been messing over the small tuber. That reminds me, make sure that notification bell is rung so you don't miss anything around these parts. Cool things happen. I promise, sometimes. Anyway, maybe. Also, this is a way to make a living, so if you don't mind heading on over to Patreon, the Link is in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Helps us keep making videos for you. Helps keep the lights on. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, we say thank you very, very much for watching.